Previously on Alan Wake.
지난 이야기.
I came to Bright Falls with my wife, Alice.
Thank you for coming here with me. I thought maybe you could write here.
I don't want to hear it. God damn it, Alice.
Now, she's missing.
Alice? Alice?
I woke up behind the wheel of a crashed car. I'm missing a week. I was attacked by shadowy men straight from a nightmare. The sheriff took me to the lake Alice and I had stayed at. But the cabin had disappeared.
그림자 괴물 에피소드 2 뉴욕 3년 전. 최고의 주가를 달릴 때겠네.
Honey, I'm home.
Honey.
Here, sweetie. How was it?
Worst weather I've ever seen.
You should put some coffee on. It'll warm you up.
알겠슈. 커피 메이커를 켜겠습니다.
Coffee's on.
물은 안 넣냐?
Thanks. I'll need it if I'm gonna finish this by tomorrow. Oh, hey, I just finished those cover
일단
mock-ups.
커피병
They're
좀
on your
갖고.
desk. Tell me what you think.
No kidding. I didn't think you'd get them done this quickly.
On occasion, I can perform all sorts of miracles, my dear.
뭐야? 디자이너인가?
Oh, really?
Well, you seemed to think so last night.
표지 디자인. 얘가 책 디자인을 하나 보네. 어떻게 살펴보라는 거야? 보고 있잖아. 책 이거 컴퓨터? 표지 디자인을 보라고? 뭐 이거 따로 있어? 와, 폭풍우가 눈발 휘날립니다. 커피라도 한 잔 먹으면서 하면 안 될까?
These look really good.
Oh, sure, until Barry gets his hands on them. Which, by the way, will happen over my dead body. The last time was the last time. Oh, and speaking of Barry, he called.
왜?
Alan!
또 왜?
Alan! Please check the fuse box!
I'm right here. I'm on it, honey.
얘네들은 꽁이를 들어가니?
I'm right here, baby.
퓨즈를 또 찾아야 돼.
I'm fine. Just get the lights back on. Now, please.
Honey, it's a power outage. I've got the flashlight.
Okay. Hi.
플래시 갖고
You
있어.
okay?
I'm sorry. It just really spooked me.
Don't worry. We'll just break out the candles.
I know it's stupid, but it's just...
야,
Especially when I'm not prepared for it, you know? It gets to me.
I love you.
형이 옛날엔 정전도
Tell
가끔
me
되고
a story,
그랬는데.
writer.
Okay. I used to have these nightmares when I was a kid. The dark really spooked me too.
짜증나긴
When
해도
it got
그때
really
낭만이
bad,
있었어.
my mom gave me this old light switch. She called it the clicker.
The clicker, huh?
Yeah. If I ever got scared of the dark, I could just flip the switch and a magic light would scare the monsters away.
Oh, sure.
Here it is.
Alan.
Maybe it'll help you too.
Yeah, nice story, writer boy. You made that up right now, didn't you?
No. Seriously.
I love you, even if you are a liar. Thanks for this.
좋은 시간을 보내고 있구만. Bright Falls 현재.
How do you feel, Mr. Wake? Any
병원에 왔나 봐.
nausea, disorientation, anything like that? Mr. Wake, how are you feeling?
I'm okay. My head's fine.
I had to lie about my headache and memory loss. He'd send me to a hospital for tests. I couldn't leave without Alice.
이미 미쳤어.
I don't think you have a concussion, but you've obviously been through quite a shock. You should take it easy for a couple of days.
Thanks.
Well then, Mr. Wake, we're done here. If the pain gets any worse or you experience any other symptoms, you should come see me. I'll let you get on with it then. Sarah, Sheriff
Sarah.
Baker is waiting for you. She's very good at her job. I'm sure she can locate your wife in no time.
Doc Nelson was the image of a small-town doctor. Sheriff Breaker had called him to the station to take a look at the cut in my head.
세라랑 대화하기 전에 불현듯 멈추다.
It's true what they say about the fall and the sudden stop at the end. I'd lain here in the snow while the lurid chain of scenes that had led me here kept playing in my head.
뭐 소설이 두 개야 뭐야? 나 이거 이해가 아직 안 되네.
Snuff movie, a memory of my corpse, alone at my own wake, thinking in metaphors again. The femme fatale was gone. Only a sour taste remained of the kiss that killed me. This was a late goodbye. 13 years after I'd gotten my revenge, it had finally caught up with me. It had been a long time to bear the pain. My blood painted the snow red, a gruesome slushy.
나중에 한 번에 읽어야 되나
dissolved all
봐.
the scattered painkillers and leisurely dripped down to the sewer, mingling with the bile
스토리를
of the city.
이해하는 그런 측면으로 보려고 그랬더니
I
너무
could see
다른데?
them now. My wife and my baby. Honey, I'm home.
아니면 엔딩쯤 돼서 이런 거 보는 게 좀 도움이 될까? 지금 뭐 전혀 내용이 달라 보여요. 세라 어디 있습니까? 이분 또 있네?
Thank you for testing the lights, Miss Weaver. Everything seems to be fine.
I don't have the luxury of being complacent, Deputy Grant. The bulbs will need changing soon. You can't change them in the dark.
I'll be
Sarah,
sure
어디
to take
있어?
care of it, Miss Weaver. Have a nice day now.
Very good. I'll come back later on to remind you, just in case.
세라 어디슈? 또 있어? 뭐 이거 조사를 왜 해?
Yeah, it's Mulligan here. I'm at Stucky's gas station with Thornton. There's
스토키가
no
땅
sign
부자인가
of-
봐.
Over.
Wait. Yeah, this is Thornton. Look, we've located the break.
퍼레이드
It's
차례 안
here.
찾았다.
That's some good news, right?
아,
Stucky was supposed
미국은
to
진짜
drive
이런 거
it
보면
at the
무서워서
rehearsal
못
today.
살겠어.
Over.
총도
Give
있고.
me that. Mulligan here. Looks like someone really thrashed the garage. Over.
Okay, roger that, guys. Keep looking for Stucky. James out.
끝났어? 빠진 원고가 두 개나 있어. 이건 아닌데. 아니, 왜 없어?
Alice looked through the viewfinder, lining up the shot. Cauldron Lake was breathtaking. Something caught her eye. A figure standing in the shadows behind the cabin, like a thin woman in a black dress. She lowered the camera and looked again. No one there.
뭐지?
Just a collection of bushes that looked vaguely human-shaped. She shook her head and laughed.
어디서 놓쳤지? 아니, 진행된 게 여기밖에 없는데?
Mr. Wake, the sheriff is waiting for you in her office down the corridor. That was Cynthia Weaver. I guess you can call her the town eccentric. She used to be the editor of the local newspaper, but she's focused on, other things these days.
네, 감사합니다. 뭐 읽기? 리차드 보우, 브루스 단스키, 제이콥 밀러. 캠핑 여행을 떠난 뒤 오랫동안 연락두자. 이 사람을 받거나 소재를 아는 분은 연락 주십시오. 감사합니다. 내가기. 뭐 얼굴이 자세히 안 보여서 뭐 알 수는 없고 그냥 중요한 건가? 여기도 뭐 퓨즈 박스가 있네.
Come in, Mr. Wake. Your phone's on the desk. The battery was dead. It's charged now.
감사합니다.
Have you started looking for my wife yet?
My men are already on it. Now, can you tell me what happened?
I'm not sure. I can't remember. We were arguing. I walked out of the cabin.
The cabin on Cauldron Lake?
How did you end up at Stucky's gas station?
I wanted to tell her what had happened last night, but I couldn't.
she'd lock me up.
그러긴 하지. 미친놈이지. 그게.
Excuse me, I need to take this.
모르는 줄 알았는데요?
Hello?
Alan, please help
Oh?
me.
Alice?
Stop talking to the law. You'll do exactly what I say if you ever want to see your wife.
Who is this?
Go to the back lot. There's a hole in the fence on the left. Look inside the junker. I left a little something there to convince you we're all on the same page here. After you ditch the cops, you're gonna meet me in Elderwood National Park. There's a spot called Lover's Peak.
피크래.
Midnight. Don't do nothing stupid, pal. We're watching you.
어떡하지?
I need some fresh air. Can I go out? In the back, maybe?
Of course, Mr. Wake. I understand. You can get there through the cells. Deputy Grant can show you the way.
우리
I'm
누님 마음에
sorry.
들었는데.
All of this, it's just a lot to take in.
Take your time, Mr. Wake. I understand. Can I ask you what the call was about, Mr. Wake?
개인 전화예요.
It's
대출
personal.
상담.
Well, we
네,
are looking
대출
for your
상담
wife,
전화가지고.
and I'm going to need your cooperation if I'm going to help you.
I need a moment after I get some fresh air.
Okay, you can find me here.
아,
We'll talk
김희영
when you
실장
feel up
맨날
to
전화
it.
와. 짜증나 죽겠어요. 잠깐 나갔다 올게요. 아, 누님 딴 데 가는 거 아니에요. 짭들어 어서 오시고.
Mr. Wake, can I help you with anything?
I need to get some air. The sheriff said I could go out back.
Of course, Mr. Wake. You can get there through the cell corridor.
유치장을
Just
지나야
don't
돼?
mind Walter in there. He's one of our regulars.
I thought he quit drinking for good.
유치장?
Oh, no such luck. He went on a bender and
여기야?
hit Danny pretty badly. He started shouting like that the moment he woke
Hey,
up.
can you turn the light? The light's on. The deputies, they don't understand. They won't listen to
불
me.
켜줄게.
I need it to be bright in here. Thank you, man.
됐어?
Thank you. Hey, you're all right.
나중에 나한테
You're
해코지하면
a
안 돼.
good guy. Don't let anybody tell you different.
네, 좋은 사람인
You
척
know,
하고
I
있어요.
shouldn't even be in here. The cops, they got
네,
it
사람 팼어?
all wrong. See,
이란이 씨.
sure, I beat him up, but I wasn't drunk.
팼으니까 들어왔지 멍충아.
I
씨.
wasn't drunk at the time. I
아유
only
술이
got
왼수지
drunk
아주 그냥
after.
왼수야 아주 그냥.
Okay,
술이 왼수인지 네가 왼수인지 아주
listen,
그냥.
you gotta listen carefully now.
데니가 아니었다고? 닮았다고?
That was
이는 정신 나간 놈 같으니라고 이거.
No, sir. It only looked like him. You wanna know who it really was?
그게 뭔데 빨리 얘기해.
It was a guy
우주 외계인이었어. 아유 그랬네.
I know it sounds like
평생 썩어라 여기서
something a
그냥.
drunk would say, but believe me,
우주 외계인이 어딨어?
I wasn't
아,
drunk.
소설 산으로 간다. 야 우주 외계인까지 나오면 이거 이 소설 산으로 간다. 원고지.
I told him.
이쪽에 빠져나온 거 하나
In
더
spite
있긴
of
한데.
its human mask, to describe the dark presence as intelligent would have implied human qualities on something decidedly inhuman. Nonetheless, it found the one spot in the diner that was dark enough. Some light spilled into the corridor, ravaging it. But it took the pain. Horrible as it was, the writer would soon fix that. He would be coming to the one place where it still had power.
나중에 다시 한번 읽어야 될 것 같아. 이렇게 봐서는 이해가 안 돼. 가자.
The early morning light hurt my eyes and made my head ache. The man on the phone had said, "Go through the fence on the left."
근데 되게 철저한 놈이네. 언제 와서 이런 걸 준비했대? 커피는 계속 먹어야 돼.
Well, folks, it's been another long night, and it's about
커피
time
때문에
to sign
뭐
off.
병 생겼나? 이거 왜 커피병만 이렇게 있어?
Just one more item before I go. It's been a busy night for the sheriff's department. We had a few broken windows.
중심가에서 총기가 발사했다고?
on Main Street. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton had to deal with two intoxicated young men who were celebrating the completion of their Deer Fest float. Now, folks, we get this every year. I know it's exciting. The big day is almost here, but
사격 대회도
let's leave it
무섭다
to
야.
the party and leave the gunplay for
말이라도
the
무섭구만.
competition, huh? There's no point in getting all worked up yet.
The caller had told me to find a hole in the fence behind the police station. There was something for me in an abandoned car.
보물차를 조사하십시오. 보물차로 어떻게 가 근데? 넘어야 되나? 아 발차기. 발차기! 야 이거 너무 잘 부셔진 거 아니냐? 야 경찰 오겠는데 이거. 뭔가 GTA스러운 건 뭐야? 러버드 피크의
The
웨이크.
kidnapper fired his gun one last time, and the shadow vanished into the darkness it had come from. See? Nothing to it, Wake. The thought of Alice in his hands was revolting. We stood on the wooden platform of Lover's Peak, the waterfall in the mountain behind
미래를
us,
보고
the
있잖아.
lights of the radio mast blinking red in the heights above.
납치범이
I
마지막
fought with the
폭탄을
urge to
날렸다.
take a swing, force myself to speak. Let's cut the act now. Where's my wife?
마누라 찾아 산말이구만. 아내는 어디 있어? 안에 있어요.
Alice's driver's license had been placed on the front seat. The caller meant business.
Barry?
Ow! Ow! Thank God! Where the hell have you been? I've been trying to reach you for a week, you and Alice. I've been worried sick. I flew out yesterday. I'm here.
그래?
Here at Bright Falls.
야 여기 위험한데.
Barry, listen to me. I'm at the sheriff's station. Come and get me. I can't talk now.
Al, what the hell is going on?
I had to get the sheriff to let me go. I needed to get to Elderwood National Park to meet Alice's kidnappers.
보안관 사무실 나가야 되는데 나갈 수 있냐? 철조망 넘어야 돼 설마? 여기 못 나가게 아까 아저씨 자고 있어?
The writer is a light that reveals the world of a
어지러워.
story from darkness, shapes it from nothingness. The way a sculptor carves a statue from a block of granite. If I stop, the world I'm making dies. Darkness will reclaim it. It's a long, hard journey into the dark. Alice's life is at stake, but I can't think about that, or I'll lose it. The dread lingers at the edge of perception. I'll push on. Anything is possible here. I'll write the story. I'll save her.
실제로는 저렇게 쓰고 있는 거야? 소설을 쓰고 있는 거 아니야? 이렇게? 이거 TV에서 연기가 나냐? 뭐 미션 임파서블이야 뭐야?
Marvelous, Sarah. I just wanted to settle all the damage the Anderson brothers might have inadvertently caused on their recent and regrettable little outing. They are not accountable for their actions, of course. I can assure you that my staff has...
뭐야, 그냥 나가죠?
Are you feeling any better, Mr. Wake?
I'd like to leave. Am I free to go?
Well, we still need to talk about...
Am I under arrest?
저 와이프가 있어요.
No,
미안합니다.
of course not. But I need to know where you'll be staying so I can get in touch with you.
I'd avoid the motel. The Majestic is known for its roaches. The cabins at Elderwood are pretty nice, though.
That sounds perfect.
I'm Dr. Emil Hartman. I'd like to invite you to stay at
Hartman,
Cauldron Lake Lodge.
Did you talk to my wife?
I had the pleasure of discussing your situation with her on several occasions.
Did you set something up with her?
I invited her here. My clinic is a place where...
어!
Hey! Oh my! Take it easy.
뭐야? 지금 보자마자 그냥 주먹질을.
Hey, nobody move! Get your hands off of my client!
Who are you?
때리겠지
I'm
뭐.
Barry Wheeler, his agent.
방금
If you
때려가지고
have business with Mr. Wake, you talk
변호사
to
불러야 될
me.
것 같은데?
You yokels won't know what hit you once I sick my lawyers on your asses.
No harm done, Sarah. I'm all right. I don't want to press charges. Mr. Wake, my offer still stands.
Get me out of here.
왜 보안관이 근데 가만히 있어?
What the hell was that about, Al? We don't need a replay of that thing with the paparazzi. I thought they were gonna lock you up.
굉장히 예민한 것 같아. 아,
I
너튼 안
had to talk
해가지고.
to someone. I told Barry everything. He thought I was certifiable, but when he heard about the manuscript, I had him. The fact that I'd written something, even if I couldn't remember it, was enough for him. He smelled money. And he believed that Alice had been kidnapped. Anything beyond that was another story. I had a midnight appointment with the kidnapper in a place called Lover's Peak, somewhere in Elderwood National Park. The plan was to rent a cabin.
I don't like it, Al. I don't like any of it. It's not good. In fact, it's the absolute opposite of good.
Mr. Wake! Barry, you found him!
Hi, Rose.
Oh, wow, I was just thinking about you, too.
Great.
I was just bringing Rusty some coffee. He's on the balcony, looking after Max. Poor thing.
I really need to go. Great to see you again, Mr.
굉장히
Wake.
바쁘신 분이네.
Later.
오.
Who's Max?
What an airhead.
Jeez, Mr. Takes a swing at everybody.
그니까.
This is not her fault. She's a very
이상해.
nice girl and, more importantly, a fan.
이게 메마드야? 메마드. 맘모스.
She even has a fan site dedicated to you.
팬 사이트를 운영하고 있다고?
And she was very helpful when I was looking for you.
그러니까 인기가 너무 많아서 얘가 미쳐버린 것 같아. 봄도 있습니다.
Seriously, Al, what you were saying in the car? Just
봄이
listen to
이렇게 커?
yourself. What, you shot a guy and his body just disappeared? When was the last time you slept? What, are you high? Have you been drinking?
No! Look, Barry, I'm missing a week, and someone's got Alice, and everything's just...
Do you understand what it sounds like when you say stuff like that? Don't get me wrong, it's a good story, could be a bestseller. But when you start confusing
저것도
fiction with
미쳤구나.
reality, you're buying yourself a ticket to the funny farm.
Wait here.
와이프가 납치됐는데 지금. 근데 뭐가 현실이고 뭐가 소설이고 뭐가 공상인지 아직 구분을 되게 어렵게 만들어놨어요. TV 속의 얘는 누구고 TV 속이 현실 같기도 하고. 러스티와 대화를 하라고.
Easy there, boy. I'm almost done.
Hey, Rusty, right?
박제하고 있는 거 아니었어?
Oh, Mr. Wake. I'd shake your hand, but mine are kind of full here. Actually, I'm sorry about this. Would you mind grabbing the registration form from the desk? It's just across from Bucktooth Charlie.
Okay, sure.
똥개훈련 시키네.
What happened?
제가 똥개라는 얘기는 아니고.
Max here got his foot caught in the trap.
You can't just go and meet a kidnapper. Those situations always end up in disaster. You gotta talk to the cops.
She's my wife, and it's my call. Can we talk about this later?
No, this whole thing... Listen, you hit your head. I mean, geez,
너 때문에 머리가 아파.
you gotta understand how crazy all this sounds. If you're trying to pull a joke on me, freak me out, it's working. Ha ha, let's have a laugh on Barry.
I think this is the form you wanted. Wait here.
And here are the keys. Okay, you're all set, Mr. Wake. Glad to have you staying here.
Thanks. Can you tell me how to get to Lover's Peak?
Oh, sure. It's at the end of the nature trail. Just follow the paths, you'll get to it eventually. It's an easy walk. Nice spot, too.
알겠습니다. 열쇠를 가지고 별장을 가십시오.
Finding it. Just keep your eyes on the radio mast. It's right below that.
뭔데? 길 따라가기에는 무슨 저기 뭐 시간 엄청 걸릴 것 같은데?
Look, Al, you're asking me to believe that you shot a dude who went poof into thin air.
근데 나도
A guy
믿어지지가
who was
않아요.
bulletproof until you pointed a flashlight.
저도 믿어지지가 않는답니다.
Crazy talk, Al. Al. Al? We should go to the sheriff or call the FBI.
Damn it, Barry, they'll kill her. This is not a goddamn debate, Barry. I'm going to Lover's Peak.
감기 걸렸어.
He
이거
said
코로나
to
아니야
come
너?
alone.
Okay then. I understand. You're my
콧물이
best friend and I'm
나오는데.
worried that you're not right in the head. Tell me what to do to help and I'll do it.
You stay here, and if I'm not back by morning, call the cavalry.
아 이래 진짜 저안 가죠.
Just be careful with the natives, Al. These yokels are dangerous. Everybody hates a tourist. Or
야
it'll be
여기서 둘이 자야 돼?
all over again.
아니 너 저리까지 진짜.
Bless you.
야 잠이나 자자.
Oh, this place is trying to kill me. I'll bet there's mold in here, spores, poison ivy, God knows what.
15% 많이 받는 거 아니야?
Worth a 15% commission.
자식이 15% 주는 것도 고마운 줄 알아야지. 근데 이 밤중에 가냐 또 꼭 너는 낮에 이동하면 되잖아. 아유. 끄면 안 되는 거 아니야? 가자. 또 적들을 상대하러. 뭐야 샷건이랑 이런 거 또 구해야 돼? 프라시엄 하나밖에 없어. 총은 있네.
Here, Al. I'll hold down the fort. I'll be with you in spirit every step of the way, Al. Walk through the door now.
잠이나 자라. 아유, 도움도 안 되는 거 저거. 아유 저거. 차 타고 가는 거야?
Barry had never gotten along with Alice, but he knew Alan loved her with an almost frightening intensity. And now something had happened to Alice. And here was Al armed with a gun and saying things people got put in bad cells for. It was as if his friend had experienced a massive psychotic episode and was now totally disconnected from reality. It scared the shit out of Barry.
의심을 하는 게 아니라 확신하는 것 같은데?
Barry had the keys to the car he rented. Wasn't a long walk to the visitor center, and it wouldn't be any use to me in the forest. I knew I should have gone to the cops. This wasn't the smartest thing I'd ever done, but I was still angry with Barry for trying to talk me out of it. These people had called me right in the sheriff's station. The cops wouldn't scare them, and they had Alice.
어디서 지켜보고 있다는 뜻이지. 내가 보안관 사무실에 있는지 어떻게 알고 있냐? 무서워. 열리네? 막 남의 집 막 들어가고 그러냐? 아유.
Welcome back to the show, folks. As promised, our very own Dr. Nelson has just parked his rear end in the studio. Doc, what's your Deerfest plan like?
뭐 중요한 건가?
You make it sound a lot more organized than I ever seem to manage. No plan, really, just taking the atmosphere. I'm getting a little too rickety to do much more than that, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. No sack race for us older gentlemen, huh?
Yes, exactly.
이런 분위기 좋은 것 같아. 축제 하나 때문에 사람들 기대하고 기분 좋고 그런 건.
Well, that takes a different kind of constitution.
Oh yeah, it's my kind of exercise.
Now, Doc, seriously, you're in pretty good shape, though. You're the outdoors type. I know for a fact you're an avid fisherman.
That's right. Matter of fact, just
이거 뭐 들을 가치가 있는 건가? 그냥 나오진 않을 텐데.
But you're not taking part
낚시 대회.
No, not this year. See, Pat, I'm just not that competitive anymore. Now I just like to take my time and enjoy the peace of it. It's no fun if I need to worry about what I'm catching, you know?
Considering your track record, the participants are probably pretty happy you feel that way.
Well, Pat, that's kind of you to say.
그쵸? 뭐야? 여는 게 있어? 뭐야? 리볼버 타냐? 그래도 아예 가치가 없는 건 아니었어. 남의 집 전기세 쓰라고. 근데 불을 켜는 게 의미가 있나? 불을 켜고 끄고가 있어. 또 지랄이구만. 혼자만 있으면 또 공상의 세계로 또 들어온 것 같아. 차에 가다가 얘가 정신이 나갔어. 머리를 부딪혀서 정신이 나간 건지, 스트레스 받아서 정신이 나간 건지, 원래 그런 건지 알 수가 없습니다. 또 산장은 또 왜 있는데? 여긴 좀 상태가 안 좋다. 여기 자꾸 아주 힘이 세요. 여기 전기가 돼?
Crime and punishment. The cancer and cure of civilization.
에휴, 아무것도 없냐?
Crimes are impossible to punish, especially in Night Springs. Tonight's episode.
거울 속에 나오지. 기묘 이야기. Man in the mirror.
it coming?
Yeah, well, why would you do that? I mean, you're a nice guy. Normal. Took your kid to a soccer game. So how come at the game, you pick a guy and, quoting from the arresting officer's report here, assault the victim's head area repeatedly with the weapon of choice being a pair of bare fists? Wow, that sentence really flows, huh? Maybe you're not the literary type. Okay, so you mess him up. But why? Who was that guy? We couldn't ID him. Why would a guy like you do him like that?
I didn't like his face?
Well, you must have hated it, because you really went to town there. I mean, there's no way to tell what he looked like. No ID on him either.
나중에서 싹 이해가 되는 스토리인가?
But then we ran the fingerprints. Got a match. Your prints.
성격 파탄자 아니야 이거? 알고 보니까 이 자식 소설 쓰려고 예민해져가지고 그 와중에 머리까지 다친 거야. 점점 더 공상에 빠지는 거지 얘가.
Do you really think that's in any way relevant to me? I had plenty of time to talk to my boy before the cops arrived, you know?
이게 중요한 내용이야 이게?
Am I right? You think he's ever gonna be okay? I left my mark. Believe me.
Oh.
What? You gonna shoot
Bastard.
What's the point? I'm going to prison. You got me.
I don't understand any of this.
And you never will. Don't worry. Maybe you'll see me again, Agent. Maybe in the mirror.
뭐야? 거울 속에서 기묘한 이야기. 끝난 게 뭐야? 원고인들? 이제 끝난 겨? 가보자. 약간 루즈해질 때마다 전투가 한 번씩 나와줘야 되는데 스토리만 보면은 살짝 루즈해지거든. 이런 데 또 있어? 뭐야? 빠진 원고 왜 이렇게 많어?
Rose knew that Rusty was in love with her, and she liked him too. She liked him a lot. He taught her to dance, and life had certainly taught her the value of a man who was gentle. He treated her well, made her smile, made her feel good. But Rusty wasn't the prince of her dreams, and that tended to underline the unbearable truth. She was no closer to that Hollywood magic than he was.
얘가 이게 소설, 자기가 쓴 소설이라면 결말도 본인이 알아서 할 수 있지 않을까 싶기도 하고. 알고 보니까 정신병원에 들어있는 엔딩. 엔딩이 여러 개인 거 아니야? 생각해보면. 또 있어? 죽어가는 러스티. 뭐야?
The air in the visitor center was heavy with an awful smell, as if some rotten drowned thing had crawled up from its grave. Rusty kept coughing blood. My eyes were drawn to the twisted shape of his broken leg. The attack had been vicious. Max whined in his cage. Rusty's eyes were wild with fear and terror. He gasped. Mr. Wake, it happened just the way it was on that page.
이건 뭐 다들 생각할 수 있는 스토리잖아요. 불빛을 위주로 가긴 해야 될 것 같아. 또 뭐야?
The vision left me weak.
경계가 있네.
This was no hidden.
Rusty, hang on! I'm coming! Please!
차 타고 가는데? 어떻게 된 거야? 러스트 어디 있는데? 러스티. 일단 구하기 전에 잠깐만 원고 좀 갖고 갈게.
The visitor center was sturdy, but the impact turned the front of the building into splinters. Rusty was thrown across the lobby like a rag doll and hit the far wall hard. It didn't hurt until he tried to move and saw his leg bend the wrong way, felt the broken rib stabbing him on the inside. Rusty howled in pain and fear, suddenly afraid to die alone.
Hello?
아저씨, 왜 어떻게 된 거예요?
Mr. Wake? Oh, hell. It happened just the way it was on that page. I found Game 2. It knew. So dark. It'll come back for me. You must... The lights. In the office. I have the key.
Okay, Rusty. Hang on. I'll be right back.
좀만 버텨요.
Did this couldn't be far. Rusty had found a page from the manuscript. It would help me understand what had happened.
안 나가지네.
Shh. Good boy.
Goodbye. 불을 켜시오. 불 어디서 켜? 어디 열쇠 있다고 했나? 어디였지? 이 반대쪽?
The only way to make sure that Rusty was safe was to get the power running and the lights back on.
전선이 저기 잘렸는데? 저 전기 공급 안 되는 거 아니냐? 전기 공급 안 되는 거야 그냥? 빛이 드는 안전지대에 도달한
At the last
웨이크.
instant, I changed direction and threw myself down. The axe splintered the trunk of a tree. I stumbled into the pool of bright light. My lungs burned. I was too exhausted to move. I tensed as I waited for the killing blow, but it never came. I raised my head. Nothing moved in the darkness beyond. For the moment, bathed in the cold light, I was safe.
안전했다고. (42발이) 단가봐.
I was too late.
한 발
Someone had destroyed
늦었구만.
the circuit breaker. There was no way to get the lights back on.
러스티. 불을 못 켰더니.
The ground was covered with oily patches that looked like liquid darkness.
사냥을 하려면 호박증이 필요하네. 러스트 어떻게 됐어? 없어졌어. 뭐야?
Something had torn a mammoth-sized hole in the wall.
어떻게 된 거야?
Please don't feed the animals.
동물한테 먹이를 주지 말라고? 근데 개
Is only permitted for those license.
러스트 아니야?
Obey the Park Ranger's instructions at all times. You're closer than one of the guards. Any other
뭐야, 죽는 거야 아니면 빠르게 처리를 해야 돼.
It is against the law. None of any natural objects or historical artifacts from the park.
왜 이렇게 강해? 이렇게 탑해. 또 있어? 총알 별로 없는데. 너무 많이 썼나? 왜 그래? 나는 그냥 물리적으로 못 때리나? 총은 먹는데 물리적으로 안 돼? 나도 도끼 들고 다니면서 좀 후드로 까면 안 되나? 총은 되는데 왜? 크게 이해하려고 하면 안 되겠지? 전화 왔다.
What the hell was that? I saw it from the window. I saw something.
Forget about it, Barry. It's just me going crazy.
Oh jeez. Oh jeez. You're not crazy. I wish you were crazy, but you're not crazy. Ow, be careful.
Stay in the cabin. Don't open the door for anyone. I mean it.
다들 멀쩡하지가 않아요. 보니까 너라도 살아있어야 된다. 동물한테 뭐 먹이 주지 말라는 것 같은데? 맞나요? 어이씨, 10몇만 원 내야 돼. 벌금이 있어요. 원고 있었네. 뭐 없냐? 러스티의 마지막 생각.
In that last instant of consciousness, Rusty thought about Rose. He was older than she was. Rose was barely out of her teens, but she made him feel young and forget what a train wreck his long-dead marriage had been. He still wore the ring. He'd been waiting for her to tell him to take it off. Now she never would.
러버스 피크. 이건 뭐야? 리볼버 타냐? 건전지. 총알 부족하게 해주면 안 되는데? For your safety, stay on. 그래. Designated hiking trail. 좋은 뜻이네요. 현실이 막 붕괴되고 있기 때문에. 여기도 뭐가 있다? 들어가도 돼? 뭐야, 여기가 길이야? 여기가 루트가 아니고? 너무 많은데? 뭐야? 뒤진다. 잘못했어. 도끼를 맞아도 잘 버티는 친구예요. 저쪽 있는 것 같은데 여기는 뭐야 그럼? 엔터링 문샤인 케이브. 잡았나? 뭐지 샹놈시. 여기 뭐 이쪽은 길이 아니. 뭐야 여기는 뭐야? 이렇게 길게 돼 있다고? 달빛이 들어오나봐. 뭐 아이템 먹으려고 여기까지 와야 되냐? 대단하다 진짜. 이거 살라면 있어야지. 별 수 있나? 살라면 있어야지. 편하게 게임하려면. 낙사가 있어가지고 조심해야 돼. 재수 없으면 다시 한다고? 근데 이거 세이브 없냐? 기록이 세이브야? 아닌가? 그냥 자동 세이브인가봐. 이거 놓치면은 그냥 끝나네? 수집품 같은 거 못 찾으면 다시 해야 되네? 망할 거. 체크 포인트. 어느 순간 커피병이 안 보인다. 뭔가 놓치고 있는 것 같아. 왜 먹이를 주지 말라고 그러지? 로즈를 만난 베리.
Nobody in Bright Falls seemed to know where Al was, but Rose, the waitress at the diner, had seen him. From what Barry could tell, Al pretty much fell off the face of the earth when he left the diner. Rose was just the kind of fan that Al hated, but she really tried to help. She was smart too, knew a lot about what was going on in the town, knew a lot about Al, even knew who Barry was. Barry liked her. That was no big surprise. When it came to women, Barry and Al rarely saw eye to eye.
그러니까 본인도 3인칭으로 얘기해. 본인도 드롭? 하자드. 본인 자체도 3인칭으로 얘기. 이거 자체도 소설이야? 뭐 그래 보이긴 하죠. 또 뭔가 나올 것 같이 눈산합니다. 이 게임은 여름에 했어야 되는데 뭐 지금도 더우니까 뭐. 한낮에는 너무 더워. 또 저기 누가 있어요. 한 놈이냐? 뻥이잖아. 안 뚫어져? 아이씨. 미안해. 너 그만 던져. 죽인다. 안 보여. 미안해. 일단 튀자. 아씨, 너네 때문에 내가 이걸 써야 돼? 잘못 샀네. 바닥에 써야 되나보다. 이걸 두 방이나 샀어. 그치. 구명탄을 두 개나 쏘다니. 여기도 뭐가 있을 수 있을까? 뭐가 있나봐. 한쪽으로 몰아야 돼. 총이 없는데? 망했어. 아 미안해. 살려줘. 아 용서해줘. 난 잘못한 거 없어. 왜 이렇게 정확하게 던지냐 너네. 알았어. 탄약 없는 거 알아. 야 도끼 집어서 못 때리냐. 아 진짜 너무하네. 아 탄약 다 썼어 이씨. 와봐. 덤벼라. 아 미안해. 뭐야 라이트 꺼졌어. 쳐. 원고는 못 참지. 아 좀 왜 이래. 뒤졌어. 덤벼보시지. 건방지게 이 새끼가. 덤벼. 어디 초밥이가 형님한테 지금 뭐 어디. 근데 이제 키는 게 뭐 의미가 있냐? 이거를? 이걸 지금 키는 게 의미가 있어? 에너지 채우라는 얘기인가? 가자. 조심하래. 곰 나온대. 아이씨. 야, 저 죽은 척 하면 되는 건가? 아니면 저기 곰이 나무도 잘 탄던데. 야 곰이 좀 쟤 좀 처리해봐. 아니 이제 총알이 없는데? 아 조명탄을 써버려가지고 아씨. 뭐야. 우와 파워 뭐야. 나 총알이 없는데? 아 진짜. 아니 뭐냐고. 아 총알이라 넉넉하게 주든가 진짜. 얘네한테 막 쓰고 싶어도 나중에 뭐가 나올지 모르니까 쓰질 못하겠어. 도망도 못가. 좀 넘겨라. 잘못 왔어. 잘못 왔어. 겁나 잘 쫓아오네. 씨. 이 빛으로 오면 에너지가 차요. 촉촉하다님 어서오세요. 얘가 바로 앞에 있는 게 아니라 이런다니까? 여기 있어. 뭐야 누가 던졌냐. 얘가 바로 앞에 있어야 되는데 없어진다니까? 이렇게 얍삽하게 싸울 수가 없어. 6발밖에 안 남았는데 이거 어떡하냐. 시간에 얘네를 어떻게 죽여? 아, 너무한 거 아니냐고. 한 놈은 데리고 가? 한 놈 못 죽였어. 아, 망했는데? 어떻게 해야 되지? 다시. 에너지 채우고 다시 시작해. 아, 여기 있어서? 아직 안 갔어? 야, 맞은 거 아니냐? 이러고 끝까지 가야 돼. 너네, 씨. 가, 너. 한 대 맞았어. 한 대. 지쳐서. 미친. 야, 뭐 안 주냐? 뭐야, 못 넘어가? 야, 겨우 넘어왔어. 심지어 체크포인트도 아니야? 아이고, 소리만 듣는다고? 고생하시고. 우리도 소리만 들어. 이것은 오리건 조약이 맺어진 1846년에 심은 나무에서 잘라낸 나이테입니다. 다음은 다이어트에 표시된 다른 중요 사건들입니다. 1854년 워싱턴 영토 정립, 1878년 브라이트 폴즈 채광회사 및 브라이트 폴즈 마을 설립, 1889년 워싱턴이 주로 승격, 1929년 산폴로 나무 훼손, 1970년 폴드론 호수에서 화산 폭발이 일어난 뒤 브라이트 폴즈 채광 회사 폐업, 1980년 세인트 헬렌산 화산 폭발, 1987년 폭풍으로 나무 쓰러짐. 그것까지 써야 돼? 나무 쓰러진 것까지 써야 돼? 아, 저 나무가 쓰러졌다는 거야? 공포 억각 게임이네. 방금 거는 조금 난이도가 살짝 아쉽네. 여기도 왔어? 미안해. 어디 갔냐? 불. 미안해. 여기까지 쫓아왔어? 적당히 하고 가라. 총알이라도 주든가. 총알도 안 줘, 미친 거. 나이팅게일 도착.
Agent Nightingale didn't want to be in Bright Falls. These little communities revolted him, and he didn't like the trees or the coffee. He now knew that impossible horrors lurked behind the storefronts and smiles. He desperately wanted to turn the car around and just drive until he passed out or ran out of road and booze. But he had a job to do. He had a rider to catch, at any cost.
아직도 이만큼 찾아야 돼. 무슨 저기 트레인? 드디어 체크 포인트. 여기로 가는 건가 봐요? 오고 있는 건가? 남산 타워 가냐? 듀얼 센스는 이거 전혀 잘 모르겠는데? 이 정도면 거의 활용이 안 됐다 싶을 정도인데. 그냥 타는 거? 자동 문은 아니구나. 또 쓰러졌어? 애들이 몰려들고 있다. 그러니까 소설을 잘 썼어야지. 망했는데? 누가 조명탄 쏴줬어. 누구냐? 이쪽 요원이야.
Come on, we gotta get moving. More of them coming.
고마워.
That flashlight's kid stuff. The flares will keep the bastards away.
조명탄이 많아야지. 애나 쓰다니. 그럼 넉넉하게 주든가. 망할놈아.
You can see them too? Hell, of course I see them. Come on, we gotta move.
Why?
Because that's the way the story goes.
누르고 있으면 조명탄을 사용한다고?
I lost my gun back there.
Oh, I've got a gun. Just keep that light steady on him.
It took a moment, but then I recognized him. He'd been on the ferry when I first arrived here with Alice. He knew my name. We were headed in the direction of Lover's Peak. There was no way this was a coincidence. He was the kid.
근데 이게 납치범이야?
Come on, Wake. You better keep up.
이 새끼가 납치범이라고? 여기다 해놓은 거구나. 뭐야, 금방 꺼지는데? 얘가 알아서 해주는구나. 이거 죽여야 되는 거 아니야? 오지마! 자리 가란 말이야. 에너지가 되게 조금 찬다. 야, 나도 총 줘.
Lover's Peak. Right up these stairs, Wake. Use the flares from the emergency box to hold them off while I get these boards off.
Give me the gun.
Yeah, no can do.
Are you kidding? Give me the gun!
No time for back talk. Hold them off there.
아니, 어디서 등장하는 거야 도대체? 이걸 처리하라고? 이거 처리가 돼? 그냥 가까이만 못 오게 하는 건가? 그래? 들어가? 가자. 괜히 하나 썼네. 납치범인데 뭐야 이거? 이 장놈 새끼 이거 마누라 어딨어 임마?
Better get ready. They'll be on us soon.
여기다 숨겨놨네. 조심해야 돼. 낙사 있어.
This is it, Wake. The last stand. There's more flares here. Get ready. We fight them as long as they keep coming.
Give me the goddamn gun! They're coming!
그러니까.
That's not how this goes. Get with the program, Wake.
야, 뭐해? 빨리 쏴봐. 왜 혼나? 빨리 쏴. 아, 왜 이렇게 에임이 안 좋냐? 누가 오는데? 그러면 쏴야지. 이거 한번 쏴주고, 잉? 야, 나 공격하는 거야? 아, 그래? 아, 쟤 공격하는 게 아니고? 그 치범이들 처리해야지. 야, 나는 멀쩡한 사람인데. 아파, 이 시간. 빨리 쏴봐. 쏴봐라! 죽여! 뭐야? 누구야? 어이씨, 살려줘. 마지막 하나다. 죽여버려! 얘는 어차피 던지는 애가 아닌 것 같아. 아, 빨리 쏴! 아, 라이트랑 다 쓰네. 잘했어. 야, 난 쏘지 마라.
Let's
다
cut
썼어.
the act now. Where's my wife?
I knew you were going to say that. I read it all before. You're a hell of a writer. Congratulations. You're going to bring about something glorious and terrible once we get you some proper
네가 편집자라는 거야?
editorial control.
What the hell are you talking about? Where's Alice?
I want the entire manuscript, or she's gonna suffer bad.
You touch her mouth.
오, 미친. 이것도 소설대로냐? 총 있다. 도망가.
You're gonna give me the manuscript or you'll be sorry.
원본.
Come back here! I swear I'll kill you if you hurt Alice! Do you hear me? Come back here!
He had Alice, and he wanted the manuscript because he thought it held some magical power. But I had no manuscript to
야,
give him.
원고 여기 있다, 야.
I had to get back to Barry and figure out my next move.
야, 원고 여기 있다, 야. 이거나 가져가지. 이거 안 봤어?
I turned the corner, afraid of what the flashlight's beam might reveal. Suddenly, a roughly painted symbol of a torch glowed in the light. Behind it, hidden by a rock, sat a battered metal trunk. It was here for a reason. Packed with supplies, batteries, flares, ammo. Things you need to make it through the darkness of the night. Something left behind by someone who knew what I knew, and more. On more than one occasion, Alice had tried to explain to me how it felt to be afraid of the dark. To her, darkness wasn't simply the absence of light, but something more tangible than that. It was something you could touch and feel. Worse than that, it was something with a mind of its own, something malicious and malign. For her, things changed when they were wrapped in darkness. They turned into something else, something foreign, and nothing was safe or innocent anymore. I'd never really understood what she meant, until now.
나도 니들이 뭔 소리 하는지 이해를 못하고 있어. 자, 빠져나가 봅시다. 이 게임이 왜 이렇게 소리가 작은 건지 모르겠네. 어디로 가야 돼? 아, 저. 어이없게 낙사가 있는 게임입니다. 보물찾기. 오케이. 이제 조명탄으로 좀 에너지 좀 채우고 그런 식으로 전투를 해야 될 것 같아. 근데 저거 조명탄은 필살기라 많이 쓰면 안 돼. 어디로 가야 되니? 다시 가? 아, 저기 다리가 있구나. 무서워. 야, 뛰어. 점프. 점프킹 몰라? 점프킹? 또 있어. 먹는 거 아니야? 아, 그래도 봤잖아. 까불어 보시지 왜? 너도 말이야. 모기 시기 너도 까불어 보시지 왜? 설마 이것도야? 아, 원고인 줄 알고 갔다가 씨 낭패구만. 아니 뭐 치밀하다. 덧도 깔아놨어 미친거. 야, 이 중에서 원고 있으면 니네 진짜 악마다. 난이도 높은 데선 설마 이것도 표시 안 해주는 거 아니야? 너무 이상하게 표시. 누가 있었어? 너는 더가 안 걸리냐? 너는 더가 안 걸려? 너야말로 나의 덫에 걸렸다. 아, 저것도 프레시가 충전이 되는구나. 먹을 거 없어 보이면 그냥 가자. 얜 진짜 먹는 거다. 연습하고 있었어? 아주 치밀해요. 엉성해 보이면서도 좀 치밀하게 만들었어. 나름. 아까 그 구간 빼고는 뭐 특별하게 어려운 구간은 없거든요. 와, 없어? 영탄이 하나 썼네. 큰일났다. 뭐 없어? 여기까지 왔는데 파피코트나 뭐라도 하나 줘봐. 아무것도 없어? 적들은 좀 계속 나올 것 같아요. 근데 얘는 어떻게 빠져나갔을까? 프레쉬가 배터리가 차는지 이제 알았어. 이제 조용해졌나? 아닌가? 이렇게까지 왔는데 아이템을 안 준다고? 아, 덩치 있어, 덩치. 와. 왜? 자세히 보니까 헤드 여기 뭐야, 운동하시는 저기 아주머니들 쓰는 선캡 쓰고 계시네? 용접할 때 쓰는 거야? 뭐야? 그래서 불빛에 강한 건가? 체크포인트. 너넨 뒤졌어. 아주 샷건까지 있어요. 전기톱 소리를 듣는 웨이크. 뭐야? 전기톱도 있어? 바이오하자드야?
And my body felt as though it had been chewed up and spat out. The flashlight was heavy in my hand, and each pull of the trigger sent a painful shock up my arm. But I was finally out of the woods, and things were looking up. That's when I heard the chainsaw.
보스 느낌인가? 빠지는 구가 상당히 많은데? 그럼 샷건으로 상대를 해야 되나? 일단 리볼버로 하다가 안 되면은 샷건으로 가겠습니다. 이렇게 돌아온 거야? 떨어지면 못 돌아오는데? 길이 아니거든 여기가. 내가 일로 왔는데 일로 다시 가라고? 이쪽인데? 일로 가라고? 뭐야? 뭐 하라는 거야? 이거 왜 이래? 위치를 알려주는 게 왜 이래? 이쪽은 길이 아니거든요? 이쪽으로 가잖아. 그럼 이 아래쪽인가? 라는 건데. 왼쪽 상단에 보면 노란색 점이 저 위에 있잖아? 근데 점점 이렇게 간다고? 그럼 일로 갔어. 일로 간다? 그럼 또 이렇게 돌아. 그럼 이 밑에란 얘긴데? 근데 일로 가도 또 아니야. 일단 내려가 보자. 죽기야 하겠어. 근데 위로 올라가는 거라고.
I had heard the plane fall. It made no sense. It was clear that it had just fallen here, but it was very old and obviously hadn't flown in decades. Looking at it sent a shiver down my spine.
등골이 오싹했다. 일로도 가는 길이 있단 말이지. 이 이유는 뭐야? 이쪽은 길이 아닌 모양인데? 체크포인트야 근데? 한번 저기 갔다 와보자. 야, 내가 오니까 쓰러지는 건 뭔데? 아이템 먹어야 돼. 지금 갈 순 없어. 아씨, 이렇게 가서 아이템 먹었어야 되나? 아닌데? 아, 여기 있다. 이 정도면 그래도 좀 여유 있겠지. 이쪽도 길이 있네? 이쪽은 길이 아닌데? 그렇지? 가자. 이런 거 찾아놔야 좀 그래도 또 수월해, 또 게임이. 전기톱 얘기를 하는 거 보니까 약간 이제 보스 느낌이지 않을까. 여기 못 지나가네? 우와, 왜 까불어보시지. 왜 까불어보시지. 왜 총알이 이렇게 넉넉한데 니들한테 죽을 것 같아? 내가 이렇게 넉넉하게 있는데 니들한테 죽으면 말이 안 되지. 근데 불을 굳이 켜는 이유가 있을 것 같다라는 생각이 듭니다. 도망와야 됩니다. 뭐 없어? 아무것도 없어? 맛있는 것도 주고 그래. 배고파 죽겠다. 야, 그렇지. 커피가 땡기긴 했어요. 이제 저까지 가면 되네요. 잔잔해졌네? 전기톱 얘기 나오길래 전기톱 드네 나올 줄 알았더니 안 나오네, 아직까지. 야, 이게 안 피해졌다고? 아, 맞았네. 맞았냐? 아, 시잘데기 없이 한 대 맞았어. 뭐 없냐? 원고 같은 게 없어? 딱 봐도 위험하게 생겼다. 방앗간이야? 떼기로 가십시오. 프라시 배럴이를 안 주면은 조금 아껴 써야겠는데? 아, 왜 이래? 뭐야. 점프킹! 내가 상관없었던 거야? 이게 뭐야? 이게 뭐지? 이게 뭐 이렇게 주무시고 계시는 분들이 계시나? 이게 뭐야? 함정 같은 건가? 원고를 찾았다. 웨이크의 조각. 빠진 원고 뭐야? 뭐 이렇게 못 찾았어? 벌목장의 보안관.
The logging site was a mess. The modular office had been pushed off the cliff. Deputy Thornton climbed up from the wreckage excited, breathing hard from the exertion. Nobody there. It's weird. Don't you think that's weird? Bored, Mulligan let out a mighty snort. Hell, it's always weird, Thornton. Just a question of sorting out what kind of weird it is this time around.
된 거야? 하여튼 결국은 꼭대기로 올라가야 되는 거죠. 발차기. 이런 건 더럽게 세. 이렇게 타면 안 돼? 씨발. 아 이거 아니야? 아이, 너무 소울류를 많이 했나? 다시 해야 되네. 저 위에 타는 거 아니야? 너무 무시했나 게임을. 밟아보고 싶긴 하다. 뭐 읽은 거니까 넘어가자. 아 배고파. 어디서 기다리면 탈 수 있나 보지? 아 여기로 점프해서 타야 돼. 점프. 여기 왕건이가 있어. 도대체 저건 뭐야? 또 전투가 있겠지. 우리 명탄이 주는 거면은 뭐 전투가 있다는 얘기겠죠. 7개 있는데 설마 이거 어떻게 올라가는 거야? 조명탄 까고 막 시작해야지. 뭐 많은데 뭐. 이것도 4개나 있고. 이거 댕댕이 소리 나지 않았어? 일단 방앗간 꼭대기로는 왔고. The darkness. 나무 안 깔리게 조심하래. 근데? 불빛 없잖아. 아이씨, 에너지 채워야 되나? 저 놈이 혼자가 아닐 건데. The darkness wears the face. 어둠은 her face구나. the face가 아니라 그녀의 얼굴. 뭐야? 그녀의 얼굴을 어둠이 입는다는 얘기야? 어둠을 입었다고? 입었다라는 게 직역인가? 에너지가 차긴 찬다. 가만히 있으니까. 뭔 뜻이야? 영어를 영단을 나름 해석하다 보니까 에너지가 차버렸다. 나름 순기능인가? 혹시 모르니까 아까도 다 쓰는 거 보니까 조금 아끼면서 싸워야 돼. 없냐? 아까 걔 혼자야? 초밥이 혼자였어? 들어갔었잖아. 가자. 이제부터는 뭐 전투가 여기 아니야? 여기구나. 이게 본격적으로 나오나? 이제 뒷구녕으로 못 가게 지금 막아버렸습니다. 넘어갈 수 있나 보자. 못 가. 이제 뒷구녕으로 못 갑니다. 이제 조명탄으로 싸워야 됩니다. 명탄이랑 잘 좀 묶어놔. 야, 둘이야? 좀 센 놈이네? 망했는데? 달리기까지 하네? 까야지. 더 까야 돼? 일단 조명탄 하나 살렸다. 그렇지? 배터리지? 이런 거는 그래도 나름 합리적으로 할 수 있잖아. 아까는 뭐야, 말도 안 되게 총알도 부족한 거. 너무했다 이거. 이건 점점 좀 충분하게 줘요. 드롭. 그래, 명탄이 여유있게 주는 거 보니까 이제 포지션이 좀 센가? 캠프 그라운드. 못 지나가. 지나가네? 보스전인가 보다. 아닌가. 뭔가 쿵했어. 아니, 캠프장이라며. 전기톱이 여기 나오고 우리 기톱이 형 여기 나오는구나. 혼자가 아니야. 그래? 이렇게 처리하는 게 아니진 않겠지? 팝팝이었어? 그냥 일반 총으로 해보자. 계속 나오나? 정말 계속 나오려고? 조명탄을 좀 써버렸는데? 뭐 없냐? 뒷길이 이렇게 있어. 뒷길을 이렇게 만들어 놓을 리가 없잖아. 근데 진짜 없네, 뭐가. 근데 뭐가 진짜 없냐. 아, 이게 병이야, 병. 뒤에 숨겨놓고 이런 게임들을 많이 하다 보니까 다 찾진 않는데 이상하게 자꾸 보게 돼요. 습관적으로. 소울류도 그렇고. 하여튼 언차티드 같은 게임도 뭐 소울류만이 아니라 언차티드도 아닌 길 가잖아? 그럼 뭐 수집품 같은 거 꼭 있어. 습관적으로 그렇게 가게 되더라. 전화 왔어. 이 와중에 때마침 전화가 왔어. 베리한테 가자.
Stay out of sight. I'm on my way. Don't open the door. Stay hidden. I'll be there soon. Just make sure you
뒤지기
keep the lights on.
쉽지 않으면 그래야지. 그럼. 자, 베리한테 돌아갑시다. 베리. Very very scary. 인상극이야? 아니 지금 베리한테 먼저 돌아가야 돼? 아까 걔 납치범 찾아야 되는 거 아니야? 치범이?
I still had to reach Barry at the cabin, but at least I was out of the woods.
아직도 이게 있는 거 보니까 아직 전투는 안 끝났나 봐.
I'd have to get the car from the locked garage. It would get me back to Barry faster, and the headlights were a welcome bonus.
그러게. 헤드라이트로 적들 밀어버리면 되겠는데 아주 그냥 적들 쓸어버리면 될 것 같아요. 뭐 그런 쾌감을 느끼게 해줄라나. 물리적 피해를 주기 때문에 차에도 손상이 갈 수도 있어요. 원고 있다. 웨이크에게 놓친 게 있어. 와, 말도 안 돼. 야, 내가 이렇게 봤는데 빠진 원고가 있다고? 총을 쏜다고 나한테 나이팅게일이?
FBI agent's command froze me in place.
FBI 요원이야?
It was all
요원이라는 게 FBI구나.
I could give in, let someone else deal with it, but it felt all wrong. Call it instinct, his posture, the way he held the gun. He was no friend. Shots ringing in my ears, I leaped for the hole in the fence and stumbled into the darkness beyond.
이거 수집품 놓치면 다시 해야 돼. 이거 세이브가 없어가지고 자동 세이브라 놓치면은 끝이야. 악몽 난이도 다시 하라고 꼭 이렇게 만든 것 같습니다. 이거 뭐야? 하여튼 몇 개 안... 그래도 좀 남았다. 챕터 2가 길어요 생각보다.
I had to find the key to the garage.
뭐 화장실에서 살았나봐.
A story is not a machine that does what you tell it. A story is a beast with a life of its own. You can create it, shape it, but as the story grows, it
이야기가
starts wanting things of its
생명체같이 막
own.
바뀌어?
Change one thing and you set off a chain reaction of events that spreads through the whole thing. The characters have to be true to themselves. The events need to follow a logic that fits the story. A single flaw and the magic is gone. The story dies. Alice dies.
가자. 어디서 초밥이가 급습을 해? 암살 시도했어. 형은 그런 거 용서 안 한다. 여기도 있네? 여기 근데 아무것도 아니야? 사냥용 라이플 타냐? 이거 샷건이 아니라 라이플이었어? 어떡하지? 어차피 그 챕터 지나가면 총알 없어지는 것 같으니까 그냥 쓸 수 있을 때 막 쓰자. 차량에 타십시오. 가자. 오호! 들어와! 쉐끼야! 근데 배터리가, 차를, 혹시, 넘어져도 때리네? 뭐야? 얘네를 피해서 가는 게 좋을까? 길이 어디야? 이렇게 가는 거 맞아? 왜 깜빡깜빡거리고 있어? 그냥 가자. 니들이 차를 이기려고? 그럼 니들도 차를 타고 오든가. 어따 대고 건방지게. 배터리 표시는 왜 있는 거야? 기름도 아니고 배터리가 붙네? 왜 이래? 여기 아니야? 어디로 가야 돼? 차에서 내리기는 못해? 뭐야, 어떻게 가야 돼? 이렇게? 여기서부터는 열어주나? 밀어? 안 되는데? 이쪽이 길이 아니야? 내리는 게 되는구나. 아이씨, 뭐야. 그러면 또 걸어가야 돼.
The flare gun was probably the best weapon I could imagine against the dark things I was facing.
왜 조명탄 썼어? 에라이 씨. 잘못 눌렀구만. 아프다. 우와? 왜? 잘 가세요. 잘 있어요. 여기 다 한번 갔으니까 안 가도 되겠지? 잭포인트. 빨리 오라고? 치범이.
You son of a bitch! Where's my wife? Enough horseplay, Wake. You deliver the manuscript, and you can have your woman back. Simple as that.
I don't. 소설이 재밌냐?
Listen, I'm gonna need time to finish it. I still need to write the ending. I need a week. Not done? I need a week. 2 days. The old Bright Falls coal mine is nearby.
벌써 이틀 동안 열심히 써볼게.
City boy. The main building there at noon. You bring the manuscript, you'll get your wife. If not, well, get me. Yes, I get you.
이게 바로 악성 팬인가? 아, 더럽네 진짜. 야, 이틀 안에 뭐 완성 한번 시켜볼게. 저기 악성 팬이에요. 저 새들도 내가 어떻게 해야 돼? 조명탄을 하늘로 쏴? 아니 왜 새들이 지랄이여? 뭐 누가 모이를 뿌려놨냐? 들어갈까? 갑자기 이상해졌어. 얘네들은 어떻게 처리해야 되지? 이렇게 처리하는 게 아닌가? 플라시로? 아, 그럼 왜 그래? 조명탄을 써야 되나? 너무 많은데? 처리가 되나? 조명탄밖에 답이 없는 건가? 이렇게 해서 끝도 없겠는데 이거 안 와 애들이. 갔어? 저기도 있는데? 아 갔다. 아이 쫄보 자식 저 이제 후라시도 없냐? 불 좀 켜고 있어 임마.
I'm sorry for thinking you were having a psychotic episode, man.
I sent Barry to the town to ask around about a man fitting the kidnapper's description. He'd go through the archives of the local paper. Perhaps he could learn something. Anything about the island and the cabin that had disappeared. The man wanted a manuscript. I had to try to write him one to get Alice back.
갑자기 쓰려니까 안 써져? 야 그냥 대충 써.
The supernatural had always been nothing but a metaphor for the human psyche.
야 내가
a tool
써줄게.
used in writing fiction. Now it was happening for real, and I couldn't put a single word on paper.
그래서 철수와 영희는 행복하게 살았답니다.
Barry Wheeler speaking.
This is Rose.
Rose?
I found Mr. Wake's pages.
Oh, you sweet, brilliant girl.
Could you and Mr. Wake come get them?
야,
I live
저것도
in the trailer park outside the town.
We'll be there in less than an hour. See you
같이
soon.
공동 그거 아니야?
Have a great day.
목소리가 이상하다.
Hope you come back soon. Welcome to the old dear diner.
Good girl.
뭐야? 마을 사람들 전체가 다 이상하네? 그 표정이 왜 저래? 아씨 마음에 들었는데? 앨런 웨이크